I want Will Crandall to come. Come on, Will. Will is one of our kids that has grown up here in the church, and he took a missions trip earlier this year, and he's going to share with you what God did in his life and through him. And so let's welcome Will to the stage, and please listen to it.
Well, hi guys, I'm back for you guys, for you that didn't know I was gone. So I did a DTS actually at YWAM Kona for 6 months, and it consisted of like 3 months of lecture and 3 months of outreach. So like a long time ago, it feels like to me. I was in YWAM Kona doing this lecture phase, and really just getting poured in by that base. During this section of what I did, I went to DTS and I went to this base, and we every morning in lecture we got poured into by just amazing speakers who just are lovers of Jesus and who know their Bible so well. And we just dive deep in just finding our relationship with the Father for 3 months. It was honestly some of the most amazing times in my life, is just diving deep for myself, just diving deep with the Father and getting to know His heart for me and His heart for the world. And it wrecked me to just spend that much time just thinking and reflecting on God's thoughts towards people and God's thoughts towards me. So we just spent 3 months going hard into just diving into the heart of God and what He has for the world and what His vision is for the world. So we just had lectures every morning until eventually we got to outreach phase, where I learned my location would be to be going to Nepal. And I actually have a picture. So this is my team, a team of 15 that ended up going to Nepal. We were actually part of the farm/community development group. The first in Fire and Fragrance of so there's 23 different teams going to 23 different countries, and our team went to Nepal to do community development, which is working and building. We put a roof on a church. And this is a bathroom that we built in the slums. We built a little laundry washing place right there in the front, and the two stalls behind are a bathroom and a shower that we built for the slums. And then this is the church in the slums that we ended up putting a roof on, because they had a tarp on there initially and it was getting holes in it, so we bought tin and for those that supported me, some of that money went towards that. We bought tin and bamboo to cover their roof from rain and whatever storm monsoon season that they have there. So there's the tin. And then also what we learned how to do there, in YWAM Kona, on base actually, we learned how to make aquaponics systems, which is a combination of fish and plants, just basically using God's creation to sustain itself and to create viable living resources. So this is the spot where we were going to create the aquaponics system. That's the system that was already there that we had to maintain. This was in one of the cities in Nepal called Dharan. This was actually in Kathmandu. And this is the second phase of what we were doing, and then the third phase where we can see that they're growing lettuce now. They sent this to us 2 weeks after we left, and they're now growing lettuce and selling it. The community is growing lettuce and selling it and making money because of what we've done there. And also, through all this, we had all sorts of street evangelism. In Kathmandu and Dharan and Pokhara are 3 cities that we went to, and we just did street evangelism. We talked in churches. We prayed for people all over the place, and it was just an amazing time of just getting God's heart for the people there and just pouring into them. And then what we also did is a mini DTS where we took everything that we learned and compacted it into a week. We took everything we learned from lecture and we compacted it into a week for these Nepali people. And the Spirit just broke out in there. And these kids got absolutely encountered by the love of Jesus and got flipped upside down. And they're probably going to be the leaders of Nepal in the next couple of years, I'm hoping. Because they are just such an amazing group of people who just encountered the love of Jesus through what we did in this mini D-test. This was one of my favorite things that we did. And these kids will always hold a special place in my heart because of what we went through and what we taught them and what we encountered with them through Jesus. So, yeah, and then to top it all off, at the end of the trip, we got to see this amazing view of the Himalayas, the tallest mountains of the world. And Jesus just wanted to bless us at the end of our trip. We did a trek, and we got to see this beautiful view in Nepal, where the Himalayas are. So, yeah, I think that's it. Yep. So the results of this trip, there's this school that I was in, there was 250 college kids, all in this school, getting lit up on fire for Jesus and just going after it because that's what they love to do, because their hearts are raptured by Jesus. And through this, the gospel was shared through just 250 kids in 23 different countries from YWAM Kona base. The gospel was shared 36,000 times, 309 times. 36,309 times. We had 6,738 salvations. And then we saw 2,672 miraculous healings. And we distributed 1,928 Bibles in just 2.5 months. So God really wanted to pour out his love, and we saw it all over the place. Just in the encounters that God had set up for us, and we just saw the love of Jesus I saw the love of Jesus like I've never seen before, and I saw so many different parts of Jesus in everything that he did in lecture and in outreach, and it was just an incredible time for me just to grow and be completely changed by the love of Jesus. I'll never be the same after this trip. I just want to thank you guys so much for your prayers and support. It's been a wild, wild ride going to Nepal. I never guessed I would be on the other side of the world pursuing Jesus. So I thank you guys so much for the praise and support that you have given me. And yeah, thank you guys so much.